Hey there, this is Life Prepper, and I'm doing a VR to seller559. Now, he done a video on Act, Don't React. And what he's talking about is all this hate stuff out there. And I agree with him on it. I do post things, a variety of stuff, from nature to how to do. And I talk about what can happen if you take things for granted. And I do letters of why I want people to prep. I do different kind of basic research on things and encourage you to research more on it from different types of reason of prepping and from the pros and the cons on different points of view. But I agree with Seller 559. My son, I love my son, but we was in a discussion on the phone and he got talking about the Russians. The Russians are getting some news and they're standing up for their rights and they're tired of it and they're gonna say, hey, America's got it, we're gonna have as many, and he's talking about he wants to go to Russia and live there or whatever and join a group or some kind of crazy stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I said, son, you and I, we just have different point of views, and I'm more down to earth and basic things because the conspiracy theories, as Seller 559 pointed out, is many of them has came and gone. And then these preppers who has this real negative outlook on everything says, well, that's gone. I guess I better change my opinion to something different. Something different. Let's see. This is going to happen. I want to tell you, when the millennium was coming around, the survival groups, these companies, was popping up everywhere. And people was paying an arm and a leg to join these, go to these camps and do the training, the boot camp training, doing all this stuff and learning how to. And then there was an increase on people who has never been outdoors in their entire life, who has lived in huge cities in their entire life, who has never even baited their own fishing hook in their entire life, all at once goes out and does this nature stuff. And they're paying this good money to go do this nature stuff. They're camping out in this here, and they get, here you go, eat your worm. Now you're paying this man or this woman, whoever's teaching you, $200. There's 10 people in your group, $2,000 there to be out there for 10 days. Let's say 10 days, however big the group is, or 7 days. Sometimes they don't even have it, but 3 days for some of these so-called survival groups is a 3-day deal. Sometimes they're 5 days, sometimes they're more. It might be a 2-week deal, but within a 2-week one part was $500 a pop. Who knows? But when another gentleman who I knew had this little notebook he was carrying around, he was writing all this stuff up, figuring that when it was going to happen. But it never did really happen. So then everybody's like, okay, it came and gone, and we're still here. Wow. The 2012 thing, people was all worried about Christmas time, around Christmas. It's going to shut down. We're going to see the end of days. I'm going to tell you something. It says in the Bible, only God will know when it's going to happen. Only God will know. Only Jesus will know when it's going to happen. We could have been in the 7th stage of apocalypse, no telling how many times. But you watched the episode Sleepy Hollow. There's another show out called The Messenger. Then there's another show called The Whispers, where there's these chosen ones who is fighting against the 4 horsemen, against the 7 seals. How do we know that this stuff has not happened over and over and over again? Because we do not know if it has or not, because that's between God and Jesus, for those of you who believes in him, because I believe in him. There's not an explanation for everything. But Seller 559's got a good point, that there's some of these people out there just nothing but hate. I get some of this stuff sent to me. Nothing but hate on it. Hate all the cops. Hate all of this. Hate all of that. Hate, 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 hate. There's good and bad in everything. In every race, there's good and bad in everything. And it's bad when it happens. I tell people I don't even care about who's in office. They go, why not? Don't care anymore. I don't keep up with it anymore. It doesn't even matter to me anymore. because I cannot control it. Well, your vote counts. Well, my vote might count, it might not, but if I don't even watch the news much anymore because it's just so much about hate on there all the time, all the time, and people's getting all riled up and they're just angry, angry. I mean, I see people just fussing about it, angry, getting upset over these politicians. I remember years ago when Clinton got his hand caught in a cookie jar, and people was all upset over it. I says, I'm not. They go, why not? Because all I care about is what kind of president he is, what he does for the people. I don't care about his personal life. I said, first of all, think about it. Why would this woman have this hung up in the closet if she didn't have someone that was paying her somehow or another? Why didn't she take this very expensive dress and send it to the dry cleaners? And how do you not know that she does not have 10 more dresses and they're all with little tags on it of different people that she was able to set up? I don't care what they do in their private life, short of being a pedophile or something like that. I mean, I do care on that area. But whatever their sexual preference is their business. What I care about is whether they do good or not. But as time's got on and as I've got older, I've just got where I just don't care. I'll be honest with you. I see so much negative mudslinging back and forth. And people gets put in office that has had their hands caught in the cookie jar, not the S part, not the SE, the X part deal. They've had their hands caught in the cookie jar for falsifying information, buying votes, having dead people's signatures put on their sheets. Conveniently, a state conveniently has 100 votes extra because there was kin to somebody in that state or whatever. Those irritate me. The fact is that they're wanting to declare preference of terrorists in an event. That irritates me. I mean, I don't like none of that, but I can't control it because I'm not in their so-called position. This is a profession for these people. But I'm not going to join no terrorist group just because I disagree with something or other. I'm not going to go gun happy just because I disagree with something. For me, I try to be as basic down to earth as I can. I try to show you points of view from all different types of prepping, and I try to wake you up and say, think about it. Don't just take things for granted all the time that this stuff is going to be there, because tomorrow it might not be. In 10 years it might be. 20 years it might be. We do not know. But I'm just saying is don't take it for granted. You know, I just did like most people. When my kids was young, I got wrapped up in it, got away from nature, got away from things I was used to doing. And I had to start reteaching myself. And I said, whoa, step back. I need to get back to what I know. I need to get back to nature. I need to get back to what I'm doing. And I talk to people about food, nature, wildlife. I talk to them about it. But then I get the looks like, you're totally crazy. You're totally strange. But I don't preach gloom and doom all the time, like tomorrow the world's going to end. I'm not going to stand on the street corner with a sign saying the world's going to end tomorrow. I don't do that because we don't know. There is one conflict after another. Constantly. Years ago, people was worried about Japan. Japan was coming up here buying property up. They was bringing businesses over here. People was all upset. Japan is going to take us over. Then it started being going about Korea. North Koreans are going to send a bomb over here and they're going to attack us. It's going to happen. Then people's getting worried about China. China is going to call in all their IOUs and they're going to shut us down. They're going to take us over. They're going to control us. They're going to take this country over and they're going to claim it. Problem is they make billions and billions of dollars off of the United States people with their products. They can turn around and come in here and claim all the IOUs. Then nobody's going to be buying their products because now they control the country. So for whatever reason, they're going to call in people or whatever they're going to do or try to bend them to their will or whatever the situation is going to be. And then there's people, of course, concerned about Russia, who is talking about getting their own nukes or whatever the deal. And they said, America can have it, they can have it, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line, it doesn't matter when it comes down to it. Seller559 is making a good point. But I see some of these channels are so negative. Like he said, they're so negative. And I try to talk to you as a human being when I'm doing my videos. You don't hear a bunch of F words out of me. You don't hear a bunch of D words. You don't hear a bunch of me saying, you stupid mother, blah, blah, blah. Beep, beep, beep stuff. Because I feel like I can make my point without doing it. But there is those out there that cannot make their point without talking like it. And maybe that's how they was raised. Maybe that's how they're used to talking. So it comes natural to them to talk in those tones. That's their purpose. I do check out different channels. And then some of them really does begin to turn me off because it's constantly negative. I'll check them out. I'll subscribe to them. I'll listen to them for a while. But then I'm like, wow. Or don't they ever have something good to say? Wow. Why do they hate that person? They don't even know that person. Wow. It's just amazing. And then you got the channels whose sole purpose is to get you to buy their stuff, to scare you into buying their products, and they make a fortune off of it. And not saying that many of the products are good to go, but spreading hate, going on about everything negative, and scaring people to the point. And like you said, these people who get kind of calm and they think, okay, I've got everything organized in my prepping thing, I'm really good to go. And then they go back to the channel, to wherever, and then they get all upset again. They're not sleeping because they're thinking about what is going to happen. What is going to happen to me if I don't have enough? I don't have enough food. I don't have enough water. I don't have enough ammunition. I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough. I want to tell you, I don't have nothing yet compared to some of them. Some of them has taken every penny they make. They have taken their children's college funds. One guy sat there and said on Doomsday Prepper, I use my kids' college fund. And he talked about how much money he has put into his prepping. My prepping goes towards knowledge. My prepping is going towards learning how to live off the land more. My prepping is down to earth basic because none of the fancy stuff is going to mean a hill of beans to me if I don't need it, if I can't afford it. I cannot afford to go out and pay $300 for a solar stove that I would love to have. But I can turn around and take aluminum foil. I can take an old tire or whatever I need and make my own temporarily solar cooking box with a glass pane or whatever I got to do to hold me over in an SHTF situation. If I could afford the stuff, that'd be nice. If I could afford the bullet stoves like a lot of has bought, if I could afford the solar stoves, it'd be great. If I could afford a lot of the high price dehydrators, solar dehydrators, so it'd be wonderful. But I can't, so I have to think in my budget. But I'm not going to sit there and say you need to run out there and get all this stuff. So I agree with seller559. Preaching about hate so much doesn't solve anything. Worrying about tomorrow, whether you're going to be here or not, is not going to solve anything. You need to be concerned. You need to prep. You need to be prepared to have some backup food and water supply because SHTF happens all the time. It happens all around the world. And in whatever area you live at, Mother Nature can come knocking at your door. Or man-made can happen. So it's a lot to think about. But preaching about hate all the time is not going to stop. You need to act, like he said. Act on what you need to do, what you basically need to take care of your family or your friends. Not react to all this hate stuff you hear all the time. All this hate stuff ain't going to solve nothing. All it's going to do is get you upset and even more. Get you angry. Get you sleepless nights. Make you angry at yourself. Make you angry at the world. Make you angry at everybody that's different than you. Because you don't like their skin color. because they might have come from a country somewhere else. So, like seller559 says, act. Don't react. Act and accordingly just prep, take care of your family, take care of what you need in a basic SHTF situation if it should happen. Don't react to all this negative channels that you're seeing and then go out and just buy more stuff that you don't even need. So this is my VR to seller559. I want y'all to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.